3 hours today. 3 hours today with 2 lots of six times 2 minutes flat out with 2 sets of those. Yeah. I've just come straight from Charlie's this morning. I've come along the coast around Ferryside. It's not so lumpy because I'm doing those efforts later on the climbs, but I'm heading home now. So I've got all my stuff in my rucksack, and yeah, actually it's a running joke at the minute that I have to trim with the rucksack on to slow me down on the climbs. I'll check out the train, like. That's pretty cool. That's actually going to Llanelli. If I hurry up, I could catch it now in Kidwelly. Because I'm doing a 10-mile time trial tomorrow, and you know I kind of want to know what power I'm doing for my weight. But I'm guessing I'm kind of like 135, possibly lower than that pounds. I'm talking. So if that is correct, I'll be happy. I feel like really small. It's crazy what you can do with a really good diet. It's just unbelievable. I get so many questions about it as well, like both from like other riders and from just like, you know, club cyclists, and it's great. It's great that I can help people in some way. Check out the grass here. Like, it's been cut, and like pretty much everywhere the grass has been cut. This is our summer, isn't it? I mean, we're not going to get anything better than this. So as long as we made the most of it, nothing to complain about. I was actually really kind of hard coming along the coast back then. It's just this rucksack is not aerodynamic. By the way, if any of you know of any aerodynamic rucksacks, or if any of you make them, I gladly endorse them. Well, to a point, obviously. We've got Kit Bricks as a sponsor, but an aerodynamic rucksack, Kit Bricks, get on it. Right, just got in. Part 1 of the ride done. Gonna strip off now my top layers and put a dry undervest on. Have a coffee, a Mars bar, and then we'll get straight back out. Well, after half an hour, let the coffee do its job. We'll get back out and do the efforts. You know, the rings are too big. I've tried looking on our old cooker, but I can't find the thing that like you can put on top to make the ring, the metal frame smaller. So I've got to hold the yay! Nearly done. I'm slowly burning my finger. I found them. Oh. As funny as that looks, that is genuinely me, you know, when I've had a coffee. For those of you who know me, you'll know I get like seriously strange when I've had a coffee. Alright, let's get back out and do the next bit. Let's cue the edit.
I remember that time we were sipping on wine. I could see it in your eyes, you were feeling alive. Why I tell you I was good, why the fuck would I lie? Why? I remember saying twice, baby, I shouldn't drive. I should let you hold the keys, baby, take them inside. If you taking my advice, maybe then you survive. Yeah. I've been looking at the sky all night and see shit. Thinking how you died, but you said I could be shit. Now I'm on my ground, baby, look at me now. Look at me now, yeah. All this cash on me make 'em wanna go down. I can feel your cup, girl, I can make it slow down. I can show you up, baby, I'm a po-fo. Sipping all day, baby, what you waiting for?
Definitely making the most of these summer days. Still a little breezy. I just finished up another 10-15 minute session in the sauna. Didn't do any gym work, just went in the sauna. Can't really keep track of the time properly, but there is a clock outside, so I just like pop in and out to see that. Feeling good. I've been doing that like kind of one day on, one day off kind of format, and yeah, it feels nice, you know, having a cold shower straight afterwards. It really does feel nice. For the rest of the day, we ain't got much planned. We're heading home now. My granddad's taking me out for food. I always go out for food every Wednesday with him. It's kind of like a tradition. I've always done it since I was young. So we're going out and to a fish and chip shop. But I always have jacket potato with tuna mayonnaise. So we're going there, and yeah, maybe some ice cream as well. Tonight I want to talk a little bit about binge eating. Not just about binge eating, but also about refeed days, what we call refeed days, and how to get back on track. Now, I'm just going to explain how I deal with getting sidetracked from my diet. Now, not every diet, as you can imagine, is the best diet. Like, the best diet is flexible. You shouldn't be constantly like stuck to a regime where you're always going to crave things and you're always going to like fail, because cravings are natural. Everyone's going to crave something. You're always going to crave certain foods, but the best way to deal with it is with flexible dieting. The last 3 weeks I haven't been like completely 100% like what I'd call clean, but that's because that's not going to happen anyway, and you have to be realistic with yourself. When you talk about flexible dieting, or when I talk about it, what I mean is you adjust, and you adjust accordingly based on your macronutrients, that's your carbohydrate, your fat, your proteins, and you change them every day depending on your needs. Now, if you do go off the wagon and you do have like a big binge, or let's say like for argument's sake you have a whole day where you like completely ruin your diet, forget about it. Like, don't think about it, and the next day just get back on track. Don't try and really reduce your calories the next day to try and make up for the mistakes you've done. That's not the best thing to do. The best thing to do is to get back on track as quickly as possible. Put it behind you, just like that sign that I've now put in front of me. But like, put it behind you and forget about it, and move on. And your body will eventually recalibrate and come back to where it was. The best way to explain it, and I've heard this from many fitness professionals, is like your muscles are like a sponge. So like when you go really low carb and you know you start training, you feel like worse and worse every time you train, because you're going so low carb, because you're restricting your calories, because you're getting leaner, you're getting thinner, you're starting to kind of drain that sponge of all the energy, the water that's in it. And what happens is when you have like a refeed day that's calculated, so you feel like you need to cheat, but you don't want to cheat on your diet, but you do want to kind of eat something that you really fancy. As long as it fits into your day, and like say if you go out riding and then you have a donut straight after, that can kind of be okay, because you've decreased that kind of calorie, you know, you put yourself in a calorie deficit when you've had the ride, but you've calculated it so you can have that donut afterwards, and it is going to help you in the long term, both mentally and physically. But what you do on a refeed day is you up your carbohydrate, and I tend to do this on race day and, you know, the day before a race, is I up it so that my muscles are then starting to fill full of carbohydrate, and I don't necessarily put on a lot of weight, because the carbohydrate I eat is very, very simple carbohydrate. And I don't mean simple as in sugars, I mean simple as in it's like rice cakes, it's like you know, sushi, it's like you know, apples, bananas. It's like very, very small bits of carbs here and there. It's like lots of yogurt and things like that. So bearing that in mind, a refeed day doesn't mean that you can eat anything that you want to. It actually means that you can eat 1 or 2 things that you really do love, but the rest of the day you really keep in mind what carbohydrates you're intaking, and you can really feel the benefits from that as your muscles fill out again for that 1 or 2 days afterwards, and then you can start going back into that low carb, so you know, you can start the process all over again of shrinking those muscles down and you know, getting the process underway again. So that's like my kind of take on it. That's how I deal with it. So just get back on track as soon as possible, forget about it, just like limit the damage and just get back on track. Now I'm gonna go and get some KFC.